In Cuba, there's a tradition on New Year's Eve at midnight. It's a lovely tradition, but
Yes.
it is terrifying.
It is kind of scary. We are in Havana, Cuba. It's January 1st, 2019. We had an amazing time last night, but it was a little interesting too trying to actually plan for New Year's. So we want to share with you our experience in trying to plan for New Year's Eve.
So it all started before we even left for Cuba.
Yep.
We spent some time on the internet trying to figure out what might be a great thing to do for New Year's Eve.
What was happening?
We didn't really find a whole heck of a lot.
Then we decided to start emailing actual venues.
Yes, and next thing you knew, we had 3 options to choose from. We were like, hey man, this is no problem. We're gonna be able to figure something out. We arrived in Havana on December 30th, and so one of the first things we did that evening was scope out the scene and check out our 3 options. We visited Ambos Mundos first.
Great hotel, great place to go if you're a Hemingway fan, but
It was a little bit expensive, and the day that we visited, it didn't feel super happening, so
No.
I think we were like, we just weren't ready to commit to that one.
so the next place we went was to El Dandy.
That place was awesome. We had a
Yes.
great time there.
We did.
And the vibe there was perfect. But when we asked whether or not there were tables still available, they told us that they were only free at the bar.
Yes.
And we weren't sure whether or not we could sit for 3 hours during all the courses and the different drinks. And it wasn't super cheap either.
So after El Dandy, we floated over to the Hotel Inglaterra. Again, we had another glorious time there, drinking and dancing. The vibe was amazing. The music was amazing. Feeling like we had found the place that we wanted to spend New Year's Eve. We went down to the lobby and spoke to the man there, and he was like, full.
So what we decided to do was just kind of free it. Free for all, no idea what to do, just head out on the town.
And do we think that was a good idea?
Well, at the time we thought it was a good idea, but it wasn't.
Wasn't a great idea. We wandered around for 90 minutes in Havana Vieja looking for anything that wasn't a fixed price menu, because it was super expensive all over the city, and something that wasn't cheesy or overly touristy.
And also somewhere that we could get in, because
yes.
lots of places were
just full.
busy. Yeah, they were full.
So we started to get frustrated,
Yes.
and then we were actually considering just calling it a night, sitting in our Airbnb with crackers and rum.
Peanuts.
But we had a couple of thoughts. We did pass a couple of little paladars that looked kind of cool but were full. We wandered back in that direction, and sure enough, at a place called El Bamboo, they had a table available.
Like the perfect table. It just felt like us. It felt perfect. The man was so friendly when we walked in.
Oh, it was the best. Not only that, but the food was traditional Cuban. At this point, it was probably about 11:30. So we took the last little bit of the time before midnight. We headed back to Plaza Vieja.
Yep. We thought, what better way to ring in the new year? But the night was not over.
Oh no.
In Cuba, there is a tradition on New Year's Eve at midnight of throwing water off the balcony onto unsuspecting folks below. And the reason for this is that apparently it's to bring good luck to the people hit by the water for the coming year. So it's a lovely tradition, but
Yes.
it is terrifying.
It is kind of scary. If you've ever been to old Havana at night, you know the streets are narrow, they're very dark, and knowing that there are people above ready to throw water on you, just waiting. You're their next victim.
It was stressful.
It was very stressful, but super fun. So to sum up, if you're on your way to Cuba and you want to plan for a special event or a holiday, here's what we would recommend.
Number 1, do your research in advance as early as possible, and be sure to reach out and ask for help from an Airbnb host, the host of your casa particular, or any other contacts that you might have in Cuba.
Number 2 is to figure out what you want and then commit to that option. Don't wait too long or your opportunity could be lost.
Number 3 is to check out the option that you've selected as soon as you arrive, and then pay for it.
Absolutely.
Don't do what we did and hesitate. Get in there. Make it happen.
Do it.
Do it.
Just do it. Bonus tip, if it doesn't work out for you, then do a little bit of hustling and find something else that's to your taste as soon as possible. In other words, Don't wait like we did
Exactly.
until the last minute thinking that everything was going to work out. It
Exactly.
did for us. We were lucky.
But it was maybe a little bit more stressful than it needed to be.
Way too stressful.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification button.
Did you get hit?
We got past.